Guys, it is another wonderful, beautiful day to be with you in the presence of the Lord, to give Him thanks, to give Him praise, and to give Him glory and honor. Guys, if you are the first time coming across my channel, thank you very much to pass by my channel. Thank you very much to watch my video, guys. But guys, remember, please do not leave without you subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. And guys, for all who are with me, my subscriber them for so long, from the beginning until now, thank you very much, guys, to support me. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything that you show me, your support and everything. And guys, guess what? I'm here with you today to talk about to tell you a story, guys. Yes. And guys, I remember when I was learning to drive. Ladies, I would advise you, do not make your other off teach you to drive. Don't make your husband, your boyfriend, your fiancé teach you to drive. We prefer you go to a driving school, guys, because they have no patience whatsoever. Guys, and they have no patience. And because of my husband, I almost failed my test. Yes, and you might wonder why. Was he there or what? But I'm going to give you the story, guys, and to tell you how, because of my husband, I almost failed my test. So my husband teach me to drive, and sometimes when we go, he's good. Sometimes another time, they're rough and everything like that. And I remember one day, most of all, guys, when it's almost coming up to my time to do my test, because I already booked for my test and everything. And this evening, one evening, guys, I was there and I was doing the parallel parking, and it was giving me a hard time. It's the first I have such a hard time. And my husband sat there and he didn't say, you're doing it right, you're doing it wrong, do this and do that, or nothing. He didn't say a word to me. I was there struggling, and I couldn't get it that evening, guy. And I said, you know what? Let's go. And I left. But again, guys, when you look at it, it wouldn't be my husband, it was the enemy. The enemy is trying to fight us. And when the enemy see that we're going to go where God wants us and he don't want us, he try to do things to frustrate us. Are we going to get frustrated in it? I don't think so. We should. We're supposed to overcome, because it's a test. So anyway, we were coming home and I said to my husband, at least you see I was struggling, why you couldn't say, hey, you're doing this wrong, do this or whatnot. He get upset. So anyway, I went home, get over it and everything, guys. Coming on up to the time of doing my test, guys. With your vehicle, as you know, you have to know certain things about your vehicle before is what the examiner or whatever they call them when you're going to do your driving. I think it's the examiner, guys. Those are, it's not instructor, I think it's the examiner. So I said to my husband, how does the light turn on and the vehicle? He said to me that I don't really have to know that, because that come on automatically as soon as you turn on the vehicle at night at certain time, it come on. So I don't really have to know it. I said, you don't think I need to know it? I need to know it, because you don't know what they're gonna ask you. So you want to prepare and know everything about your vehicle, because that is part of the test. He said, I don't need to know about it because it is there and it's not going to come on, so I don't have to worry about it. I said, okay. I said, are you not sure? He said, no. Everything else I know about the vehicle, but that one thing I did not know. And my husband did not tell me, guys. And I'm just showing you how the enemy bad and how the enemy try to stop us in life, and how God is really good, because when God is for you, there's no one against you. When God said, this is the day that I have you, for you to get this, for you to get that, for you to get whatever it is, no matter what come your way, you gonna get it. So guys, okay, the time come. We go to the place where we have to go to do our drive and go for the office. We're there waiting. Our time come. The examiner come. They check our permit, blah blah blah. We're ready to go. My husband couldn't come with me because it's just me and the examiner. But before that, guys, before I reach there, let me jog back a little. Where I'm living, there is no, or they have driving school, but it's not for adults. It's for children, like school children. I think the government pay for at certain age in school you learn to drive. So all the driving school, because I tried so many times to get somebody just to teach me to drive when my husband get on top of my nerves, and everybody say they are full, they don't do adult, they do for children, blah blah blah, and all the ropes, guys. So anyway, one day, especially I coming close to do my test, and I call, and this driving school, this gentleman answer, and I told him I have my test, and I know I'm confident in what I'm doing, but I still want to get a little professional practice and tips and so forth. And what he said, he's full, he don't do for adults, he do for children, blah blah blah. And anyway, so he started to tell me where they're gonna take us, the ropes, and where to turn, just like if you're giving a lesson. So I got a lesson, the last minute lesson, free. I do not remember the person name. If I did remember that school, I would have called it, because the tips that he gave me was very, very helpful. Really, really helpful. So anyway, guys, so that's the reason why I didn't get a professional driver, and I have to depend on my husband, who will give me so much pain in my butt, in my head, in all over my body. But you know what, guys? One thing that I did, I kept focus. I keep focus, guy. I didn't take on whatever my husband was saying or whatever I need to know. I focus on it, because I knew once I go and I pass, I'm finished with that. So if I'm gonna take on the ningy, the upsetness, the miserableness, I'm gonna get confused in my brain. So I did not listen. I black that out mentally. I black it out. So I keep focused. So anyway, now guys, so the day come now. As I said, I asked my husband how the vehicle light turn on, come on, turn on. He said I don't need to know about it and things like that. I said okay, I leave it like that. He took me the morning to the driving location, guys. So PennDOT. So we went there, wait on my turn, as I said earlier on. So the instructor come. So when he came, we go out. Guys, guess what? The first question that man asked me, the examiner, is to turn on the light in the vehicle, how that light turn on. I'm just showing you how the enemy is bad. That was the first question that man asked me. I was like numb. I was shocked, not even shocked, I was numb, because it's like, look, this is what I'm asking my husband. This is the question. This is a thing that I need to know, but he refused to tell me, or the enemy refused to let me know, because he want to use that to fail me. But I'm just showing you how God is good, and we need to trust him, believe in him, have faith in him, and confidence. We have to trust God. So I said to the officer, the examiner, I said, sir, I really do not know, because I asked my husband and he told me that I don't need to know because the light come on automatically. And it's only come on at night, so I do not need to know. As I said, I asked him more than one time. I asked him several times. Down to this morning, I asked him, sir, and he did not tell me. He refused to tell me. I don't know what to do. I don't know how it turn on. If you want to fail me, you fail me. Because it's like, I don't know. So the gentleman said, are you not going to try? I said, sir, no, I can't because I don't know what to do. I don't know where it is. He said, you prefer to fail? I said, sir, I prefer to fail because I don't know what to do. He said, okay. He could have failed me right there, guys, because when you go for your driving test, you have to know everything about the vehicle, and once you don't know about it, right there instantly, you fail. But God was on my side. God was on my side that day. So he said, okay, because, and he sincerely believed me, and I was sincerely speaking the truth because I did not know what to do. So he told me to turn on the flasher, to turn on the indicator, everything else. I did that. I know about that. He said, okay, start up your car, reverse. I have to reverse back. We go around on the driving part. We drive to a parallel parking and so forth. He told me to do that. I did it. He said, okay, head down the road. Start to head down the road. We drive in. Again, I'm going to show you an enemy bad again, guys. Driving out, there was a big trailer truck come out. So anyway, I stop my distance, stay behind very slow because I'm a learner. I don't have my permit. I have my permit. I don't have my license. So there and then I cannot go too close to the vehicle. So I stay at distance. So he said to me, you can go somewhere. I said, okay, thank you. He's the one to tell me that. So I did that. We got on the area where they take the student. Then I did everything that he told me to do. I did it right and everything like that. So coming back now, guys. We're coming up, so we're coming to the final 2 stoplights. He said to me, I'm going to see if you're going to fail today. So anyway, when I reach one of the stop sign, I stop, and somebody want to cross over, like stop at the road and want to cross over. So I stopped fully, and I called them over. And when he saw me did that, he smiled and he said, okay, go for the next stop sign. We stop. Nobody wasn't coming. I go, he said, okay, go park your vehicle. He said, call this your lucky day. Call this your lucky day. Because instant there, guys, in the beginning, that man could have failed me. But God, that we trust in, had me back. He had my back, guys, because he knew it wasn't my fault that I didn't know it. It was because of my husband. And the enemy was coming in to stop me from getting my driver's license. But you know what? God said, no, not this day. You're not going to stop my daughter. She has so many works for me to do. She has so many things to do for me. So many people's lives to be touched. So many people to be heard. So many things to done. So I'm not going to let you stop her. And guys, I got my license. I got my license that day. So it's because of my husband I almost failed my driving test. That's the only thing or the only mistake I made throughout that time, guys. That's the only thing I did wrong. So when I finished and park up the vehicle and everything like that, and I sat back, I went in the office and everything, and my husband was there and he said, how you do? I said, I did well, but you know what? You almost caused me to fail my test. He said, how come I caused you? And I told him, he said, oh my God, I said to you, if you listen to me, you cannot go wrong because I told you, tell me how the lights turn on. You say, I don't really need to know it. And there and then, that's the first question that man asked me. And if it wasn't for the grace of God, I would have to go back and do my test over. But God favored me that day. His favor was on me. He favored me. And he said, my daughter, this enemy cannot stop you. This day belongs to you. I'm going to give it to you. And guys, oh my God, I was so happy. Happy because you know what? You guys know too. When you have your husband, your half or whatever, and you're not driving, and if you home and sometimes you want them to take you certain places, they come in from work, they're tired, they're not going to take you, they tell you, oh, wait until tomorrow come, they might tell you, wait until next day, or not this minute. Sometimes you feel so frustrated because you want to do what you want to do. So when you can drive, then you know, definitely you don't have to ask nobody, you don't have to wait on anyone, you just get up and do what you have to do. So I was really glad. And then guys, at the same time, I was going to school. I was gonna start school, I think was like I got my driver's license this week. I'm gonna start school next week. And where I was going, guys, the bus run there like every hour. So I would have to leave out very early to get the bus. And then when I leave, when school finished, I would have to wait a next long period, guys, before I could reach home. So God knew exactly what I have to do. He knew that I have to go to school. He knew how important this license is to me, for me to get around to go to school when I finish school, to start work and everything like that. So what did he did? He defeated the enemy. The enemy get defeated. So guys, we have to learn to trust God. We have to learn to believe in God. I knew a lot of you guys here, I talk all the time, and I have God in my circle. Without God, we are nothing. Without him, I could not make it, guys. I couldn't hear. I could not be here talking to you without God. And the reason why I'm not ashamed to talk about him, because I knew where he taken me from and where I am today. And if it wasn't the grace of God, I could not be here. So let me tell you something, guys. I'm not afraid to talk about my God. I'm not preaching. I'm not preaching, but I'm telling you about the God that I serve. And when he said it is your time, it is your time. And when he defeated the enemy have to stay down. The enemy gonna come and try certain things. But God said, no, not this time. My daughter need to go to school. My daughter need to do this. My son need to do that. So I'm not gonna allow you to keep down my child. And that's what God did. It wasn't my husband who didn't want to tell me. It was the enemy. But guys, I thank God. And I just want to give him thanks. I want to give him praise. I want to give him glory. And I want to give you Hannah. Just to give you a little short story of how my husband caused me to almost fail my driving test, guys. But God is good. And I have another story to tell you guys about how I overcome one of my hardest fear, our biggest fear I had on the road. So in my next video, guys, you might heard about this one or another, because I have so many stories to tell you guys, but I have to give them to you bit by bit, liquor by liquor, guys. So as I said, just trust God. In anything that you're doing, trust God. He is able to take you through no matter what you're going through. Don't be afraid to talk about him. Don't be afraid to lift up his name no matter what's going on. Call on him. Because did you hear what that gentleman said that day? Call this day my lucky day, because God favored me that day. So guys, as I said, welcome back to Joy Kitchen, where you find peace. Peace leads to joy. Joy leads to love. And love leads to happiness. It was a blessed nice and peaceful day to be with you, to give God thanks, to give Him praise, to give Him glory, and to give Him honor. Guys, peace, love, joy, happiness. Until I meet you back in my kitchen another day, another time. Take care. Time out.